I want to have more hydrangeas in my yard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to root some of them. And I got this a long time ago, this rooting compound. It's called Root Boost, rooting hormone, in which you can start your own plants. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden. My name is Catherine, and I'm here with you in the garden. It is a little wet this morning, and it rained and thunder showered. It was so loud and wet, and everything is just so wet. And a lot of my hydrangeas that I have there, they kind of they're hanging down on the ground. And as you can see here, this hydrangea has been beaten down by the rain. We had some thunder showers that went through, and it really beat down the blossoms. I went and I kind of pulled them up so that they wouldn't be hanging on the ground. So with that, I've been able to cut some of them so that we can now use them to propagate this plant. And this has been like the mother plant for a lot of the other plants that I've had in the garden, and I've had some good success with it. So I'm going to propagate this hydrangea plant here that you see, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's part of the Endless Summer series, and I am not selling this. It's just to add to my garden so that I can have some more of this beautiful plant in the garden. And then in the back there, I also purchased some more. I actually purchased 4 of the shrubs and placed them in, and they're growing so well back there. So I wanted to create a hedge in the back here, and it is coming along, but the plants, it would be great to have some more. Now over here, you see that one right there? This one? That was a propagated plant, and it's now gotten big enough that you can actually see it growing there. I also have a white one growing there as well as a rhododendron. But eventually the goal is that it will fill out and fill that space each year. I want to have more hydrangeas in my yard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to root some of them. And I got this a long time ago, this rooting compound. It's called Root Boost, rooting hormone, in which you can start your own plants. Now I've done this before, and I have rooted these hydrangeas and been able to add more to my garden. And then there have also been some old-fashioned hydrangeas that I got. I got this hydrangea plant from a school that I attended. They gave me a hydrangea shrub as a present when I was leaving, and I've had it in my garden for the last about 10-12 years now, and I have made other plants of it by cutting and dividing. But I also want to propagate the hydrangea shrub. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to show you how to go about doing it, at least how I have. Now, I got this information on YouTube from Mike Kincaid, and if you check some of my other videos, you're going to see how I went about propagating hydrangeas. I watched Mike Kincaid, Propagating Hydrangea Cuttings the Easy Way, on YouTube, and he has some tricks that will help you to get your hydrangea cuttings. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick the one of these, the cuttings, into the pot. So I just put in the Miracle-Gro potting soil. It's nice and fluffy. It feels good. And what I need to do now is to take the powder, kind of mix it up a little bit. Before I would just put it in the little cap here, but I think I'm being a little lazy with this, and I'm just going to go ahead and just stick it in like this. Just stick it in the powder and then shake off the excess, because you really want to get the rooting hormone all around and covering as much surface as possible. So you see that? And you kind of shake off the excess like that. And then here's the pot. They say it's best to plant close to the edge around the rim, and that really helps the roots to grow. So I'm just going to, with my finger, just create a little hole. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see. But anyway, I'm going to put it in like that, and then I'm going to just gently press the soil around it. And then I'm going to go ahead and clip the leaves off, because that's too much. They need some leaves to help with the growth, but if it's too much, it can rob the plant from the moisture that it needs. So you need some leaves. So I'm going to just cut this off. I hope you saw that. But anyway, and then I'm going to water it in when I'm finished. And so you can look at some of my past videos on this channel and see the process there. But I'm going to also do some now with you so that you can see how to propagate hydrangeas. And it's not that hard. All you need is some good soil, potting soil, a pot, and you need some rooting hormone. You may not need it, but it just helps to stimulate the roots. And then you need some place where the plant can rest. You're going to need some sort of container to put it in, or covering. You could use a milk bottle. You can use a there are many things that you can use to help you that has a clear dome, and that will allow the plant to stay moist, because the whole idea is to keep the soil moist so that it doesn't dry out, but you don't want it to be soggy. So that's the critical part, is afterwards. Putting it in the dirt, putting, setting up the whole plant is the easy part. It's now giving it the right amount of moisture and putting it in the right location, because you don't want to put it in the sun. You want to put it in the shade so that it can develop its roots and grow. But I've had a lot of good success throughout the garden. There have been quite a few plants that I planted that have survived and that are growing and thriving, and that I propagated And usually it's over time that you'll see it. At first it's going to start out as a small little plant, but next year it'll get larger and larger, and finally it will start to flower and be that beautiful specimen that you're looking for. So you have to be patient and willing to go through the process when you propagate plants. done with propagating the hydrangeas. This is the end result. So I got these clamps clips from the Dollar Tree store, and I just put them around this recycled pot that I had. And this is a freezer bag from the Dollar Tree store that I had that's large enough. I used this stem of the plum tree to hold up the bag, and so that it's not flopping down on the cuttings. The reason why we put the cuttings in this kind of tent-like contraption is so that the moisture can stay in the plant and that it won't dry out. My other project, or way that I put it together, is to put it in a Coke bottle. I only put one cutting in the Coke bottle. I didn't put any holes in the bottom because I don't want it to dry out. And there, I didn't tape this down so that there can be some airflow here, but it won't get too hot. But I want to keep the moisture in. It's like a terrarium. That's the whole idea, the idea of a terrarium, and that the moisture would be in there and that it would be able to stay moist and grow roots. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different plants that I have here. 5 in this one and that one there. And my hope is that I will get beautiful hydrangea cuttings and plants so that I can then plant into the landscape. I did not do the white one yet. I will later on, but right now I did a lot of the blue. So this is just the blue and the plum tree. So if you liked this video, like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Have you ever propagated plants before? And if you have, then comment down below. How did it go for you? Were you successful? And thank you so much for being a part of Catherine's Garden. Make sure that you subscribe and share this channel with others. I greatly appreciate it. I thank you for your time, and I hope that this has been informative as we continue to just enjoy our gardens, enjoy our lives, and be happy. Find a peaceful, happy place in your garden and enjoy yourself as you learn and grow together with your garden. Well, have a wonderful day, and see you next time in Catherine's Garden. Bye. Thank you for watching Catherine's Garden. See you next time. Bye.